Science wouldn't be what it is today without the contributions of countless brilliant minds. And yet, for centuries, far too many of those minds have been overlooked, simply because they were women. Just a decade before the first human landed on the moon. But her contributions to science helped set the stage for one of humanity's greatest achievements, space exploration. Franklin was a chemist and X-ray crystallographer, a physicist born in China in 1912, who died in 1997. She was a trailblazer in her field and one of the first women to earn a PhD in physics from the University of Michigan. Wu was part of a team of scientists who in 1957 definitively proved the existence of parity violation in weak interactions, a discovery that earned her team the Nobel Prize in 1989. But like Meitner, Wu was not included in the official award. At the time, she was working at the Brookhaven National Laboratory, where she had been since 1946. Despite being passed over for the Nobel, Wu continued to make important contributions to science. She mentored dozens of students and postdocs, many of them women or people of color who, like her, had few role models in their field. Wu was a true pioneer, and her legacy continues to inspire scientists today, which basically means she studied how crystals interact with X-rays. It's not as glamorous as it sounds, but it can be incredibly important. Unfortunately, their stories, and the stories of countless others, have been largely forgotten or ignored. You might know Jane Goodall as the woman who spent years living with chimpanzees in Tanzania and learning their language. But did you know she also holds a damehood in the Order of St. John and has been awarded the Order of Merit by Queen Elizabeth II? Well, if you want to learn more about Goodall and other amazing women in science, check out the series on our channel. You'll meet women who are breaking down barriers in male-dominated fields, making groundbreaking discoveries and changing the world for the better. From astrophysicists to marine biologists, these women are proving that they can do anything that men can do, and so much more. So don't miss out on this chance to be inspired by some truly amazing individuals. Head over to the series now and let these trailblazers show you what they're made of. But it's important to remember that these women, and many more like them, pushed the boundaries of human knowledge and made incredible discoveries despite facing sexism, institutional exclusion, and even war. They deserve our admiration, and we owe them a debt of gratitude for their contributions to science and to our world. Like, for example, when Franklin used this technique to study DNA. Her images helped reveal its helical structure and ultimately led to our understanding of how genetic information is stored and replicated. But even though she was working at the same institution as some of the most prominent scientists of her day, Franklin was routinely excluded from meetings and denied access to some of the labs. Sadly, she never received official recognition for her contributions to the discovery of DNA structure. But her work laid the foundation for modern genetics and molecular biology. Today, we're right in the midst of Women's History Month, and in honor of that, we're going to highlight just a few of the many women who have helped move science forward. These are the forgotten pioneers. Rosalind Franklin was born in London in 1920 and she died in 1958. Lisa Meitner was born in 1878 in Austria and she died in 1968. That's a long time to go without getting your due credit. Throughout much of her career, Meitner worked in relative obscurity, but she was actually instrumental in the discovery of nuclear fission, aka the process that powers nuclear weapons and nuclear energy. In 1938, she and her nephew Otto Hahn successfully split the nucleus of a uranium atom, an event that would change the world forever. But when it came time to submit their work for a Nobel Prize, only Hahn was given credit. This was partly due to gender discrimination, but also to anti-German sentiment. At the time, Meitner and her family were Jewish, and they fled Germany as Hitler took power. So while she didn't get the Nobel Prize, she did receive the coveted title of Dame in the Order of the British Empire. But really, no honor was greater than the respect and admiration of her peers. After all, one of her colleagues called her the guiding star of nuclear physics. And finally, let's talk about Chen-Sheng Wu. These are just a few of the many women who have made significant contributions to science. Speaking of incredible women in science,